Hello guys, welcome back to day 30 of our React 30 Days 0 to Hero series. And today being the last day, I will try to implement some of the basic concepts which we have learned in this 30 days series. Let's get started. We do not need this contact link, so I'll be removing it from the navigation page. And inside our component, I am planning to fetch the data from an API. So in our case, we will be using this dummy JSON product API. So I'll create a function first. It will be an asynchronous function. That's why I am writing async keyword here. Here we will be fetching the API like this. We will convert it into the JSON format. Also, I'll create one state variable. We will name it as a products, which will be an empty array in the beginning. Here in the fetch products function, I will set the products data into the products variable, and also we will log the error if there are any. Now I'll be using useEffect hook. So as we learned in our 10th video, we will be calling the backend API in the useEffect hook as a component did mount by passing an empty array to the useEffect hook. Also, I will use the await keyword here. Let's try to print the product first. So as you can see, we are able to fetch the 10 products. So we will be printing the title of each product and the image of that product. So in our return window, I will delete this. Here I will say all products, and I will create one div and I'll give some styling to it. Inside this div, I will map these products by using products.map, and I will display the product title in the h2 tag like this. Also, I will create an image tag with src, and we will give some height as a 200 and width as 200. And for this src, we will be using this images of 0. So inside the src, we will be using product.images of 0. We will be also checking if there are images are present or not. So let's see on our front end. So as you can see, we are able to grab all the products, and also we are able to display the images related to that product. Now let's implement one functionality where we will be clicking on the product and it will take us to the about page with more information of that product. So to implement that, we'll have to write one on-click functionality here. So I'll be writing this. And also, whenever we want to redirect user from one page to another page, we have to use navigate method from React router DOM. I have imported that. Now in this on-click functionality, we will redirect user with navigate to about, and we will be passing this product.id. And also in our app component, in our routes, we will be telling that about page will be receiving an ID parameter like this. Now inside the about page, to grab the ID of the URL, we have to use params hook. So we will be using this use params, and I will import this from React router DOM. I will destructure the ID from the use params hook, and for testing, I will be printing that ID here like this. Let's see on our front end. So whenever I am clicking on any of the product, so it is going to this about page with ID is getting printed on our front end. Now let's implement the about page. So I'll delete this. Here I will also use the useEffect hook to call the API. So to get the information about this ID or the product we are clicking on, we have to fetch the information from the backend API. So I'll create one function. So fetch details. It will be a synchronous function. Here I will use the await keyword, and also I will use the fetch API, and I will use this endpoint to grab the details of this ID or the product. Also, I will create one state variable here. Here we will say product details. Initially it will be null, and inside the fetch details, I will convert the response into the JSON, and then I will set the product details variable with the response. Also, we will return the error if there are any. And inside this useEffect hook, I will call this fetch details function. And notice here also, I am using this useEffect hook as a component did mount by passing empty array as a dependency. Now inside the return, I will be writing the product details page, and here also I will be using the image tag src equal to empty first, then height equal to 200 and width equal to 200. And for this src, we will be using product details of images of 0. Below that, we will be writing the title of the product, and below that we will be writing the description of the product. I'll save this. Let's see on our front end. So as you can see, we are able to display the product details page. I'll go back to home and I'll be clicking on another product. Let's say this red nail polish. So as you can see, we are able to redirect user on the about page with the product details. So this is the simple implementation of the basic concepts which we have learned in last 30 days. I hope you got to learn something new, and in the future I'll be creating a series on the advanced React. So till that time, keep coding and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.